The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
You feel that? Ah, shit.
All right.
Friday!
It's Friday, folks.
Ready to party.
Welcome to Sports Insider. Coming at you live from Armed Radio, Boston, Massachusetts. It's nice and freezing cold in Boston, and like I was telling the producers,
It's that Cali lifestyle out
yeah,
here.
man, out here on the West Coast,
Hello.
man, I was walking around in shorts and T-shirt, and this weekend it's supposed to be in the 70s. I'm going surfing, man.
You got a big middle finger from the way back.
I probably do.
Big Northeast Josephino stand on top of the tower. F you, pal.
So, hey, everybody on the East Coast, welcome to the Sports Insider. My name is Glenn Spillman. And for those of you who are viewing us on all 5 of our cameras, to my left is Shawn the Snake Allen.
What's up, folks? It's Friday. The weekend is here.
All right, Shawn, why don't you let these lovely folks watching and listening know how they could get the Armed Radio app?
You can go to your Android or iPhone app store.
Yep.
Download the TuneIn app. Go to Armed Radio, and Wednesdays and Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And tune in, and there's a lot of other great shows on there. There's, what was that one we were looking at earlier? There's Rock Talk, there's Straight Talk, there's...
there's Straight Talk.
The Grow Room? What is that?
There's
Yeah,
Night Talk with Go Rocks. Yeah, man.
There's the Halloween Chamber. There's a lot of shows.
Yeah,
You gotta check them out.
Twisted Southern Horror. There's all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like a position I want to try. That's pretty awesome. Hey, I hope that doesn't earn us an explicit. But
Yeah, I hope not.
anyway, for all you awesome people out there, if you hear me talking and welcoming people to the show on all of our live platforms, we have people coming on, so I like to welcome them, and I answer their questions throughout the show. But let's get started, man.
Got a lot to talk about here.
We got a lot to talk about, but we've got the NBA is known as the National Basketball Association.
Yes.
And someone says, I will put all of the basketball player Blake Griffin is the best.
No.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute.
The National Basketball Association.
You've got the NFL. The NFL is the National Football League, also known as the No Fun League.
Right.
Well,
National Basketball
the National Basketball Association has become the No Fun League. They are trying to sanction teams and tell them that they cannot do certain tweets and whatnot. Tig Arvanitis from Chicago,
Illinois.
welcome to the show. Witty Rick. If that's the Witty Rick I think of, he's watching live from Massachusetts.
Wow.
And so yeah, they're telling these guys, hey, you can't be tweeting this. You got to watch what you say. And they're not saying anything vulgar. They're not dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, but...
Cricky, welcome to the show. So yeah, it's
oh yeah, that's a no. Yeah.
So we've got 5 Ring City. Yes, sir.
You know what? I give the National Basketball, so they give one of these.
Yeah, so they're telling people, hey, you can't make fun of this person. You can't talk trash. So, freaking
Dylan 916, welcome.
I don't understand that.
That's crap.
There's some people and some ex-NBA players that are saying, man, we trash talk all the time.
Yeah.
And it's called, and what they say is, it's called the war of the words.
Right.
Now, you and I talk trash all the time on the show.
All the time.
And I don't take offense to what you say. and there's people that we watch.
Want to start shy already, brother?
So we've got people watching that we kind of mess with. But
Yeah.
when you tell somebody you can't tweet, you can't say this, you can't say that,
It's freedom of speech, brother.
freedom of speech, man.
You can't do that.
Connor, real quick,
Practice.
because I do answer all the questions.
Practice.
So Connor asked, do you think Kobe is better than Iverson? Kobe is 10 times better than Iverson. We don't even talk about that. How many rings does Iverson have compared to Kobe? Yeah, okay.
Right.
Enough said. And,
The NBA students in the National Bullshit Association. That's crap.
I would tell them, you know what I'd tell the NBA if I was a player?
Few things.
Yeah. Dylan 916, we will answer that in just a minute. I would tell the NBA, you know what? You could find me. You could suck it. I ain't going to stop tweeting. As a matter of fact, I would get as I don't want to say nasty, but that's the only word that can pop up to my head right now. I would get as colorful as I can and just push the limit. I'd let him find me $10,000 a day. I don't freaking care.
Right.
And I would say, then I'd hire me a Yale. No, actually, I'd go to I'd go to the Boston area, and you go to Harvard, and I'd get me a Harvard lawyer, and I'd say, you know what, we're going to attack the NBA because they're telling me as an American citizen that I cannot exercise my Second Amendment rights.
That's bold.
And I would have the NBA in court, all over the news, all over the media. I would slam Adam Silver and be like, you can't tell me shite, Baldy.
I mean, they should be fined for even trying to say some crap. That's baloney.
Well, it is baloney. And now, okay, Phil Jackson. We already know what Phil Jackson said. And there's some stuff going on.
Forecaster from Russia.
Hey, we got people from Russia watching. We've got people from England
What's up, folks?
watching.
What's up,
Pablo from England
What's up,
says
folks?
Adam Silver is a yes man. I mean, if you look at Adam Silver, he looks like somebody that secretly wears panties at night, dresses in a leather straps, and wears a gag ball behind closed doors. That's what I think of Adam Silver. And
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, and maybe I should tweet that, and he can tell me I can't tweet that either.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes people tweet these things to cause drama. Now, when you have collective kind of jabbing drama, like say if KD was talking smack about Westbrook back and forth, the internet would be slammed with all kinds of people and drama and this and that. But what? It would bring attention to OKC and attention to Warriors. That's free press.
Right.
You cannot do better than free press.
It's free. It's free.
So the NBA saying that. Now, what would you say, brother? What is your freaking honest opinion about Jacob Pendergraph? Tig, why don't you guys chime in on this and let us know what you think about the NBA telling teams they can't tweet certain things and tell their players, hey, you guys can't tweet about, don't smack talk other people.
I think individual players should start talking to their individual lawyers and represent them and start sending us a letter. I'll just send out a little formal letter to the NBA from all these different lawyers, and the team lawyers should do the same thing. Because they start getting all these barrage of letters to, seek an assist or whatever on their order. Is that what it is? Is it to stop? Letters just tell them to stop.
Well, you can't cease and desist.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't tell someone a cease and desist order is only for, like, say, if I start playing Hennessy's song as an intro and I don't have his permission.
Okay.
He would send me a cease and desist saying, hey, brother, you can't do that.
Well, I would have the lawyers reach out to the NBA's legal and be like, hey, you guys can't do this.
You know what you do? You do an uproar on your Second Amendment God-given rights. So we got Pac Home Store. Hey, Pac Home Store. We got the Middle East.
Yeah, Pakistan.
What's up, Pakistan? So we got the Middle East. We got England. We've got a bunch of people in Massachusetts watching and listening. And we've got not Mr. Villain 916. Now, he did ask, real quick, I'll answer his question. He said, do you think the King should still trade DeMarcus
We've been
Cousins
debating this for 2
because
weeks.
they're 11-41 without him. Let me tell you something. When they played the Celtics, they freaking won, and they had a lot of players in double digits. They are doing just fine without DeMarcus Cousins. So, and I must say, as a Lakers fan, I'm happy to say that the Lakers are beating the Bucks 76-55. The Lakers scored 47 points in the first quarter. That's freaking awesome. I love it.
Where's all the questions over here today, guys?
They're stoned. But yeah, and I gotta say, man, I was really rooting for the Celtics the other night, and they freaking lost. Them douchebags. They could have been another game up on the freaking Cavs. They'd only been a game and a half behind, and I was disappointed. But Isaiah Thomas he was the star of the show. But again, you cannot have one player harness everything.
What's up, sir?
On their back. You can for a couple of games, but then that back starts to weigh everything down.
Right.
And
you gotta be able to distribute the pressure. You can't just take it all on one person. Just keep cranking out 40 points.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
No. So the worst team in the league, you got the Brooklyn Nets, 9-44.
Garbage.
They are beating the Miami Heat 69-64.
Is that a team that Jay-Z's invested in?
At the moment. You've got the Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony's former team, beating the Knicks 100-88.
That's gonna burn.
That's at the end of the third.
That's gonna burn.
So at the end of the fourth, because the Nuggets scored 34, 30, and 36. So if they do an average, they'll probably score 31, and they'll win 131 to, that'd be funny to do, like 95. Jake, welcome to the show. Our other England or London, brother.
Facebook.
What's the same thing?
Story up here.
Holy shite! What did freaking James Harden say? Let's get to our Facebook and we will read what he has to say. And we had some people just join the studio. Welcome, ladies. Welcome to the show.
Rito.
And
you have a Rito?
So Shawn is like a little troll begging for food from these people. So Jacob Pendergraft says, they are professional athletes, and I believe they should believe in such a manner, but then again, they are grown-ass men. Most of them are close friends and do it in a playful manner, which is fine. I know the NBA and teams have a code of conduct on social media and in person. Unless they break those rules, let them be. Absolutely. They're not saying anything vulgar. They're not saying anything about their mamas. They're not saying anything racial. They're just saying, oh, yeah, air ball on the three. Maybe the three-point line is too far back. Oh, you hurt the guy's feelings.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah.
Back up and grow a pair.
Suck it. Yes.
Grow a pair, not suck it.
No, they can suck it, too.
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are just joining, you are listening to Sports Insider on Armed Radio out of Boston, Massachusetts. We are having a great time with this and having an awesome time. All right, ladies.
Where's my lights over here, folks?
And someone asked from Pakistan if we ever watch cricket. I do. He doesn't. But I don't watch it all the time. They have a big cricket section in Folsom. There's a lot of stuff going on the weekends, so I do go every now and then and just kind of take a peek at it. But yes, I do. What? Nothing? All right. So,
Packham says
okay. Okay. So, Shawn, tell me, is there anything else you want to say about this NBA bullcrap, or did we cover it all?
It's just tight, and that's...
All right. Jake says, cricket is fantastic. And people in Pakistan says, watch PSL. I will do that. Now, so, now tell me about the gentleman that got kicked out of MSG the other night.
Oh. Charles Oakley.
Charles.
Retired.
Now, when I first saw it, I thought it was Charles Barkley.
Yes, I did too.
But I was like, holy crap, what did freaking Sir Charles do? But then it was Charles Oakley, and it's not the guy. He does not own Oakley sunglasses.
No.
But now, he was very belligerent. He was very rude. Now, he assaulted a police officer and 2 security people. Now, if I was a security people, here's the thing, though. Here's what pisses me off. Here's what Dolan says, the owner of the Knicks. He says, Oakley was verbally abusive in front of fans in a nasty way.
I wonder how it started, though.
And he said, with racial overtones, sexual overtones, stuff they should never hear.
Wow.
And Dolan also said, and I will say this as the last quote, that was just a situation where the person didn't... Oh, wait. First off, before I read this statement, I was going to tell you afterwards, I'm going to tell you before. The ownership said they fired the head of security. They fired him. So, here's the thing. You've got a black man that was being belligerent. You've got a black man that was pushing people, hitting people, and was being aggressive to people, and had to be taken away.
Right.
But you fire your head of security. Frank Benedetto. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he's the senior vice president for security at Madison Square Garden. Now, they fired him. So the black man that caused all the trouble and everything probably had this guy more than likely fired. But if it was a white person that was doing that, and the black person was head of security, and the black head of security got fired, they would be in an uproar. Al Sharpton would be there, Jesse Jackson calling racism. Okay? Right. So, here's what Dolan said about the firing of Frank Benedetto. That was just a situation where the person didn't work out, and this was probably the last straw. We're obviously looking at everything that we did here along the way, and what happened, that's one of the casualties. Mr. Dolan is a douchebag. So,
not very good.
No. And here's what Oakley said in an interview. He said, they got cameras following me all the way to my seat. I didn't get up until they walked over to me. So it can always be a story after a story, about how it goes, PR stuff. But I'm not looking for PR. I just want to be treated right. Oakley, 53. He looks more like 73.
I always thought he was a knockoff Barkley.
But, so what do you think, man? Do you think this head of security should have got fired? Yes or no, and why?
I don't think he should have got fired.
The head of security got pushed by Oakley very hard 3 times and did not react.
I don't think he should have been fired. And I speak from I have done security in different capacities for MMA fights, for different football games and whatnot, personal security, what have you, over the years, and he did what he was supposed to do. He got pushed. Now, you got pushed 3 times and didn't react, and usually when someone gets pushed 3 times, the next step is that person's going to push you a little hard or either swing, and that's when, as a security guard, you subdue them. You're not trying to hurt him. You're just trying to subdue him so he doesn't hurt you or anybody else. And at that point, you're trying to escort him out of the arena because you want to get outside. Always to get outside. So, and because he is who he is, Charles Oakley, that's why they were handling it. Because I think the guy got fired because it was Charles Oakley.
Yeah, you have to have a casualty.
It may have been you. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's garbage.
Well,
A lot of garbage in there.
so now I've lost respect for the Knicks as an entire organization. I really do. And I'm going to try and get Mr. Benedetto a statement from him. He might have a lawyer that says don't comment on anything. But I'm going to try and get a hold of him this weekend because I want to get his thoughts on the matter, as you well know. So here, Mr. Dolan said that Phil Jackson, about how Phil Jackson's doing his job and how he's done his job so far. Okay? He said, Mr. Dolan said, he'll honor my agreement. That's what he said. I'll honor my agreement and let the team president finish his 5th year if he chooses to and not meddle in any player personnel affairs. Now, here's a direct quote from him about that, the lead or the owner. He said, 3 years ago, I signed a contract with Phil Jackson. The man who has more championship rings, as far as I know, than anybody else. All right, let me stop right there. You are the owner of an NBA basketball team, and you don't know if Phil Jackson has more rings than any other coach?
An idiot in an alley who's homeless, who hasn't read the newspaper for 25 years, can tell you that Red Auerbach is the only thing close to Phil Jackson. Red Auerbach had 10 titles.
Yes.
Jackson has 11.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
So he says, as far as I know. Right. That makes you look sexy mocha. Welcome to the show. That makes you look like a freaking moron is what it does. And it makes you, because, dude, if you're hiring anybody. All right, let me ask you this. DOA, sweet sour thought, thank you very much. Let me ask you this, Shawn.
Gosh, come on, chime in on this.
Shawn, if you go and get a job at Starbucks,
okay,
what do they do? No, what do they do before they hire you?
Background check?
They do a background check at Starbucks. Okay? Now, do you not think that they do the research on you, see who you are and what you're about? But if you're an owner of a National Basketball Association franchise,
they're gonna know
as storied as the New York Knicks, are you telling me that you do not, as far as I know, I think Phil Jackson has, I don't freaking know.
No, I'm sure Dolan had his interview team do background on knowing that how many titles he won.
Seriously, dude, I can go to a high school and go to the basketball team and just talk to any kid and say, hey, do you know who Phil Jackson is? Yes, I do. I guarantee you they would know.
Who's the winningest coach of all time in history?
So what I'm saying is, he's a freaking moron. So, let's dive into a little bit. Here's something funny. You know, the Washington Huskies.
Yes.
Okay? There's Malik Dime. Now, Malik Dime has been suspended for an indefinite period. He's a forward. He is a senior. Now, the reason why he got suspended was there was a heckler in the audience, and it was a student heckler. Mm-hmm. When you go to any college game anywhere in the United States of America, I don't care if it's a single A college, double A,
right,
whatever, a tiny school in Wyoming, or if you go to Louisville, Kentucky, you're going to have hecklers.
Yep.
That's the job of the students, because they say, hey, heckle these people, get them off their game. But what Malik did, slapped the heckler during halftime.
Crack.
Slapped him. So they had to restrain Dime, who walked up to the students and slapped him. So here is the bullshit, freaking canned bull crap. I should slap Malik Dime for saying this. Here's what he said. This sounds so familiar. And I quote, I was caught up in the emotion of the game and allowed my frustrations to influence my behavior.
God.
I made a very poor decision and did not represent my team, my university, my family, the way I want to.
Yeah, that was
Neo 10,004, welcome.
that was crafted.
As Amali, welcome to the show. That is such a what they do is they go to a canned apology bucket and they pull it because they always say my team, my university, my family. The only thing that they missed was my teammates and my coaches. Caught up in the emotions. Well, crap, you're just a freaking idiot. That's what you are.
All I do is take the heading, move it around. Okay, there we go.
I think they need to just say bye-bye, take away his scholarship, and just say,
back to the hood,
back to the hood, troll. So, JPS Go, welcome to the show. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen, Warriors 62, Grizzlies 49. So that, my friend, is you've got some people kind of going off just a little bit. You've got Thompson with 18 points, Iguodala with 15 points.
Wow.
So yeah, exactly. Well, you got the full box score. You've got Curry with 11 points. He's 2 for 5 from 3-point land. Still not too bad.
Half of his points, though.
Yeah, Durant's got 8 points. Now, Durant been kind of slacking off a little bit.
Yeah.
And someone says the NBA fix to cover spreads. Is that a statement or a question? Because I guarantee you there ain't going to be people telling Steve Kerr, all right, man, you need to fix this game and this needs to happen. Steve, no, that ain't going to happen. Now, that's a statement. No. Now, you could say some players, Toro, welcome. Points get shaved. What's up, Toro? Now, maybe from players, but if you tell Steph Curry, hey, we got North Korea watching. Welcome to the show, North Korea.
I didn't know North
Korea. 2005. So, hey, people that are listening and watching Sports Insider on Orange Radio, we've got all people across the United States and all over the world. We've got Russia, we've got England, we've got Pakistan, now we've got Korea.
I didn't know North Korea could watch.
They say, hey, USA people, what's up?
I didn't know North Korea could watch on right here.
Did he say North Korea? He said Korea. What the crap,
he said
man?
North Korea.
Did he?
Yes.
What the crap? Do you think you think everyone in North Korea doesn't have freaking internet?
Time out.
All right, time out.
On the weekend of the Super Bowl,
yes,
I went to some betting sites. And there was this one betting site, and I was going to make a bet on it. When I tried to apply for that site,
someone says North Korea Army won or 100,000.
Do you know what happened?
What?
I got a call from my bank's fraud department telling me you're trying to do online betting with a site that's based out of North Korea. And they wouldn't, because it wouldn't let me out.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, a lot of things are based over there. So,
but it wouldn't let you. It wouldn't let me connect with it.
That's fine. That's your bank. That's your bank. It has nothing to do with freaking.
Very, very strong.
So am I.
Guns.
See that? All right. So, crap. I got sidetracked.
Sidetracked. What we play
practice? What you talking about? Practice?
Playoffs. No.
All right. So now, Shawn.
Yes.
We got the Boston Celtics that are 2.5 games back behind Cleveland. Do you think my statement that I made 3-4 weeks ago when I said within 10 games after the All-Star break, the Boston Celtics are going to be in first place in the Eastern Conference?
All-Star break.
Coming up soon.
That's what I thought.
So do you think...
the way it looks right now, they could be in first place before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Tell me how many games. I mean, if you tell me there are 15 games until the All-Star break, I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You may be wrong because they may be already in first place. Because the Cavaliers are playing around.
All right. Hey, Pablo and Jake, are you guys still on?
Where's Guillermo at?
I don't know. He's getting high.
Seattle guy.
Well,
What's up, Josh? 3030. What are you guys?
I'll
doing?
wait for Mr. Brownstone. Welcome to the show. Now, remember I said soccer, violent sport, or not violent sport, but violent fans and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Angola, there was a stampede that leaves 17 people dead.
Oh, I thought you were saying a stampede of horses.
So this is before the match.
Oh, what?
This isn't after or during, it's before. And it says at least 17 dead and dozens injured. So Angola and Portuguese, yeah.
Wow,
that's freaking...
There must not have been any match.
Huh?
The match probably didn't happen.
So that's crazy. So we've got another comment. Jacob Pendergraph said, "No!" Exclamation point 4 times. Oakley assaulted the man. Dolan is a douchebag and doesn't know how to handle the situation. Security and law enforcement did everything right. Oakley acted like a dumbass.
Right.
Thank you, Jacob. You're absolutely freaking right.
Named Mr. Brownstone. That's funny. See that there?
Huh?
Mr. Brownstone.
Huh? What?
Name Mr.
Oh, yeah. So I've got to find my freaking papers here.
What's up, Adam Fausch? Wow.
Well, anyway,
high school mate from back in the day. He was a wrestler.
There was Dana White when he was first approached by. Now he admitted going off on these people on the phone. He turned down an initial bid by the UFC. He turned down an initial bid of $1.2 billion with a B as in boy.
Well, who was the bid from?
Well, I'm going to let them remain nameless. And he went off on him, this and that and the other thing. But let me ask you this, Shawn. If you own the UFC,
yeah,
and someone came up to you and said, "Hey, man, I'd like to buy this from you, blah, blah, blah." You guys have a phone conversation. And he says, "I would like to offer you $1.2 billion. Would you argue with the man or company, or would you say, "Let me think about it," or would you entertain it, or would you just be like, "All right, write the check"?
Well, if I had some other people trying to make offers, I would say, "Hey, let me take that in consideration. I'll get back with you in a couple days."
Richie, welcome to the show.
I'll get back with you in a couple, 2-3 days. I have some other offers. I'm looking at them. Kind of talk to my business partners and see what we want to do.
But $1.2 billion.
Right, but he sold it for how much? He sold it for 20, didn't he?
No. It's 2.4.
Well, 24 million.
B.
Well, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, so that's why I would take into consideration, if I had the offer for 2.4, 1.2, I'm going to probably take the higher bid.
Hey, put that question back up. I missed that. So,
what's up, Mr. Apple?
The UFC.
What's up, Mom?
Are you being serious?
I just sent Mom to me.
Oh, okay, so I can still be naughty.
The girl
who
was on Sherilyn, that's her mom.
Oh, I can be naughty. Okay, hi, Mom.
Hey, be naughty.
You're bad. So the UFC is going to crown its first female featherweight Saturday, UFC 28 in Brooklyn, New York.
UFC what?
UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Right.
You know the guy that we're talking about.
Number going to be?
208.
208. Okay.
208. Dana knew that it was worth more than... Oh, yeah. But this knucklehead, he loves money. But no, I mean, but you can't be greedy either.
No.
If Dre... Because here's probably what Dana's thinking. If Dr. Dre could sell beats for $2.5 billion, I've got the UFC.
Well, he actually sold it for $3 billion.
Or was it $4 billion?
And it was him, Tyrese, and somebody else got the money out of it.
Oh yeah, Dr. Dre, but he's a good businessman. Anyway, CAC Mac 17, welcome to the show.
Who's fighting in the first?
The truth is, the UFC created a featherweight title with one woman in mind: Cyborg. Okay.
Suspended right now, right?
They created that with the date in mind, February 11th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, she could not be ready for it.
Okay, so who's fighting?
Okay. So,
Oh, God.
Holly Holm,
Oh,
10-2.
I hope
Jermaine D. Rondami,
I hope Ronda May knocks Holm out.
6-3. So she's Dutch. Holly Holm, Cyborg could make featherweight.
You said she's
Cyborg's
Dutch?
on steroids, dude. Cyborg is now a dude.
Yeah.
So she cannot fight women anymore. She is officially a dude.
Rondami is Dutch. I hope she does the double Dutch on top of her.
Ooh, a double Dutch. Oh, you know what that is, you naughty boy. But Holly Holm. See, here's the thing about Holly Holm. She dominated Ronda Rousey. Dominated her. But got her arse choked out by Miesha Tate.
And the reason why is because what is Holly Holm great for? She's a great stand-up fighter.
Yeah,
She's
Miesha
not
Tate
great
is
on
a
the
tiny
ground.
little thing.
She's not great on the ground. So
Well, I guess it depends on what position.
Well, I'm just saying, Holly Holm, Rondami is good on the ground and standing up.
Rousey was not as good as the hype. Absolutely freaking not. Ronda Rousey, as I've said 100 times, is a one-trick pony. Now, there's nothing wrong with the one-trick pony because the Sandman, Mariano Rivera, and all you people in Boston that are listening right now cannot deny that the Sandman was the greatest closer of all time. Okay? You cannot deny that. But he was a one-trick pony. He had a slider. Everybody knew that came up to bat, he's going to throw the slider. And they still couldn't freaking hit it. Well, Ronda Rousey, she had the arm bar, she had the RNC and a few other things, but that's it. She had the ground game. Ronda Rousey, well, obviously Holmes made a critical mistake. That's how she got choked out. But Ronda Rousey, the past two fights, she got knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay? And the last fight was worse than the fight before that.
I actually think, honestly, I think that Rondami and Nunez will make a better fight than Holmes.
Okay, Longford Benny says she should not fight again. She won't fight again, Longford. And here's the deal. If she does, it won't be until 2018. And if she does, and only they will try and finagle it. They will offer her $5 million, because last time she got what, 2 or 3?
3.
3. They'll offer her $5 million. She won't be able to turn down the $5 million. They're going to find an opponent for her, but you know what? She's going to get beat up again.
If I was a phenomenal boxing coach, I was sitting out there and I watched her get done.
Long said vicious knockout. She needs to work on her box. Duh.
That's what I'm saying. If I was a Freddie Roach or somebody of that caliber out there, I would reach out to her and be like,
hey,
you know what?
Christian Hernandez, welcome to the show.
I would reach out to her and say, you know what? I can show you how to be dominant on a stand-up game like you are.
You know who she needs? You know who she needs?
Because I know
she needs one person.
Who's that?
Mayweather.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm being dead freaking serious.
Coach.
If she stayed with Mayweather for the rest of this year, I'm talking all the time, every day, in and out,
he would
in and out.
show her how to defend and how to humble somebody slowly or quickly.
Yes.
Because the one thing that the Floyd brother never was known for was his power. He could show it at times, but he wasn't a dominant, powerful force. But he can
So
wear
he
down.
could punch you in the face 6 times compared to...
But he could catch you not looking and knock you the heck out.
Long said, no head movement, no lateral
what I'm saying
movement, easy target.
If I was a coach out there... And
Are you talking about Ronda Rousey?
If I had been building fighters like Freddie Roach, building fighters and showing how to be dominant for 25 years.
Well, no, Ronda Rousey doesn't have head movement. Here's what she does. She does this. She'll do this.
Toe taps.
No, you're absolutely right. She's a freaking moron. She looks like a giraffe on crack.
I think someone could reach out to her and make her dominant and be on top again.
Well, yeah. Well, Rondami, if I'm saying her name,
I like to see Rondami fight Nunez, not Holmes.
She's plus 105. That's kind of okay. So that means you bet 100, you win 105. Nah, It's not that great, but it's a lot better than home, negative 125. You got to bet 125 to win 100. So, that's freaking stupid. So,
I guess the guy who bet on Rousey to lose in under a minute.
Okay. So, do you think that Holly Holm will win this fight?
No.
And why?
I think Ronaldo's going to get her to the ground. I think Ronaldo's going to get her to the ground, not allow her.
Okay, do you want to hear something funny?
What's that?
Your mom? No, seriously. You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
Holly Holm is a former world boxing champion. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Rondani is a former kickboxing champion. So kickboxing, kick, and boxing. So, would you rather have a boxer or a kickboxer?
Boxer.
Exactly. Because she's got the best of both worlds.
And she's strong on the ground.
Yeah. But
she's supposed to have some heavy hands. When I say heavy hands, when she hits you. That's why I want to see her fight Nunez.
Yeah.
And I think, I really just, Nunez irritates the crap out of me. I want to see Nunez get her ass knocked out.
Dude, it's not going to happen. Mr. Apple, welcome to the show. Nunez, okay, the only person that'll knock out Nunez is Nate Diaz. They kind of look like brother and sister. But, no, it ain't going to happen, dude. Nunez is Dana White doesn't want to admit this, but Nunez is the new female face of the UFC.
You know, if I was, and this would be me, if I was Ronda Rousey, her camp, you reach out and you were a boxing instructor for the rest of this year or next year, my goal in life would be to come back and beat Nunez. If that's the only fight I ever fight again, that one fight, to beat her and beat her good. Because I really think that if she knew I don't know who the hell was training her in boxing. Who was she working with all that time? Who didn't know the F they were doing?
A crackhead?
Yeah, a crackhead who was getting paid in coke. Because, Jesus, I've never seen. She came out, it did not look anything but more sketched and planned, and it was planned to be like that. It looked like she tiptoed her way to $3 million.
Someone said, Along Force says, I don't care who trains Rousey, she's not beating Nunez. Exactly.
The problem I'm saying is, it looks like she was paid that much money to take the loss.
Dude, she didn't take a loss. She got her freaking arse kicked. You mean to tell me that you believe that Ronda Rousey got her face bashed in for $3 million?
Would you for $3 million?
No, I would not. I would never do that. You know why? I've been asked before. I've been asked before by people to shave points. I've been asked before by people to take this and take that. I've been asked by people before in the sporting world, and I'm not talking millions of dollars, because you will always be known as a cheater. You'll be always known as taking the fall. Not just no, but hell no.
Do you think Michael Spinks wasn't told to take that money and get knocked out in 91 seconds? Shit, yeah. Yeah, dude, he watched him get
first off,
Spinks. I'm sorry.
Spinks, really? First off,
Tyson against Spinks.
What does Spinks look like?
I'm just saying.
What did Spinks look like?
He took a fall.
No. What did he look like physically? What did he look like?
Skinny guy.
No. What did he freaking look like? He looked like a freaking. If we go down on Auburn Boulevard and make a left, in about a mile, we're gonna see a bunch of homeless people and whatnot.
Spinks always looks.
He looks like a homeless bum. No, he didn't take the fall.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Oh, bullshit.
Tyson dude, Tyson was a beast. Tyson had anger issues, and he took it out on people in the ring. So I don't think, and we're talking about Ronda Rousey. No, I do not think she took the $3 million in fall.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
You know what? I have her mother's phone number. Okay, and I'll tell you what.
In 10 years, when they go back and they crack this wide open, and then the people start admitting to.
Then I will take a plate and I will put crow pie on there, and I will eat crow pie. Okay, because she did not. As much of an a-hole that Ronda Rousey is, she's not that freaking stupid.
But
hey, what'd you say about Sonny Liston? Say that again.
Dana White is that smart of a businessman to make her take the fall and put Nunez in her place.
Long Ford Benny says no way she took the fall.
Nunez is the new golden child now.
No. I did not say golden child.
No, I'm saying she's the new golden child.
I say she's the new woman's face. No.
Face too.
Huh?
That's not a beautiful thing.
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry. Was not blessed with that.
There's no way. Now, Ronda is the kind of person...
You were a conspiracy theorist number one.
Liston was paid to fall against Ali, Phantom Punch. Yeah, and if you want to talk about the Phantom Punch, wait, hold on a second. The barely punch when Larry Holmes came back and he barely punched that guy, and also with George Foreman.
What about Misha Tate when the thing wasn't locked?
That's not a fall. That's just
that's okay. Come on, that was the ref.
The mob owned Liston.
I'm just saying you're one of the first ones that jumped to the conspiracy.
I do, but I also know a lot more about Ronda Rousey than you do as far as the backstory, and I know that if you
Dana White is a businessman,
I don't freaking care. If Dana White came to me, and I was a fighter in the UFC today, and he says, "Hey, Glenn, I need you to take the fall. Here's $3 million." You know what I would do? No, I freaking would not. You know what I would do? I would punch Dana White in the face, knock him on his arse, and I'd say, "You take the fall, bitch." That's exactly what I'd say to him. I would never
Dana White thinks he's smart enough to keep running the UFC like he is right now, and not have people think that it's not scripted. Like
okay, Chuck Liddell. Let's go back to Chuck Liddell. WWE. Chuck Liddell. Do you think Chuck Liddell would take a pay? The fall?
No, he'd probably walk away.
You need to be desperate and stupid to make a fall. Rousey is neither. Rousey had money from movies. How much money do you think she got paid for Expendables and the Too Fast, Too Furious? More than, I'll look it up. Probably more than what she got paid at UFC. Now, Chuck Liddell would not take a fall. George St. Pierre would not do it. Now, okay, a couple of mil for each film. Easy.
You're never going to admit to it. Unless someone digs into it.
Do you know, if you do, okay, have you ever lied to somebody? Just say yes, because you freaking have. Everyone has lied.
Yeah.
Okay, now, when you lied, you got to remember that lie.
Yep.
So then you have to create a lie to lie about that lie, and so on and so forth. You got to lie about the lie that you lied about. You cannot keep that up.
Right, but the way stories like this come out 10 years from now is some guy who was in the locker room, who was behind a curtain, who was working back there or whatever, heard someone talking.
You know what, brother? No. It ain't going to be 10 years. It ain't going to be 10 years.
It could be 5 years.
If I was a guy behind a locker room and I heard something like that, I would go to TMZ. I would go to all these and say, "Hey, I got something that'll bust Ronda Rousey wide open. What are you willing to pay for it?"
He wouldn't bust Ronda Rousey.
Longfellow said, "If you never lie, you never have to remember what you say." Exactly.
Okay, what I'm saying is it would be Dana White asking her to take the fall, and not in somebody else.
Okay, you know what?
Or to follow the script.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. One day, hopefully soon, we will have a no-holds-barred interview with Dana White. And I will ask him, here's a list of questions. Here's what I want to ask. And I'll say, here's your choice. You can have the cameras on, off, no recordings. But I want to ask you these questions. If he chooses no recordings, no cameras, I'm fine with that. And if he says off the record, I'm fine with that. But I will ask him these direct questions, just him and I, mano a mano, in a soundproof freaking room, because I want to know the answers. And I could look in the man's face and see if he's lying or not. And, of course, I can't say what he said. If he says off the record, I can't do that as a journalist. But I guarantee you, I don't, this is my personal opinion, as much of a sometimes douche Dana White could be, I don't personally think probably 70%, I'll give him 30%, 70% that he would not do that because it could come back to bite him as far as blackmail.
Because a month before the Rousey fight, we were saying how WWE-ish some of these calls.
I never said that Rousey would take a fall. Never.
But you said that you thought
Yes, scripted meaning, okay, let's cause this drama. Hey, Conor McGregor, I need you to cause this drama. Hey, I need you to cause this. Well, there's actually dissension and hatred between Conor and Nate. actual.
Well, we saw
But
some
yeah,
fights.
you could say this. No, I never
We saw
said
some
that.
fights. We saw some fights. And we said that the refs had to have been told to. Remember the 40.
I might have said that Dana said that if you see this go to a draw, I kind of want it to go.
To me, that's scripted.
I kind of want it to go McGregor's way.
That's determining the ending of a
No, that is
sports
making a suggestion.
Okay, but we know we're reading between the lines on this.
You need to learn the art of manipulation, my friend.
I'm just saying, that's determining the end of a special sports.
That is making a suggestion because it's called plausible deniability. If I don't say, Shawn, I want you to go punch this person in the face. Well, that's me telling you to do something. But we had a conversation last week where you said, not this, not that. It's plausible deniability. We talked about that.
Right.
About a certain situation. But it is not something to where she took a fall for $3 million. Because, dude, do you know what that does to her personally, her legacy, and all this sponsorships and all this other kind of stuff? Sponsors don't like a loser. They like a winner. Okay. The Wheel Retro Suave. Welcome to the show. I think we covered enough about Ronda Rousey right now. So, yeah, but that's something we could talk a whole show about. But, anywho, people, about, okay, let's talk about Cyborg for a minute. Cyborg got busted for steroids.
Right.
What do you think, in the UFC, what do you think her future is going to be? Busted for steroids, so the very first fight
she comes back,
everyone's going to be like, even if she trains hard and looks good, they're going to be like, steroids.
Well, then she'll have to take a test before the fight.
Okay, but dude, we've already gone through this with freaking Brock Lesnar. He took a test Friday before the fight. They knew what the results were. And, dude, how many times, have you ever taken a piss test?
Yeah.
Okay, how quick do they get the results?
They can get the results fairly quickly.
Okay, I took a piss test about a month ago. I was standing in front of them, and they did a piss test for cocaine, heroin, marijuana, all these kind of drugs. And the test that they had, that little thing, within 15, 20 seconds, done. Now, if you expedite and go to a medical lab, you can have the results. No, it was something totally different.
They have fast-acting sugar.
They do, but you could do something in a lab within an hour. And when you expedite something like that. So I think that Cyborg's future, it would behoove her to do some stuff to kind of clean up her reputation. I don't think she should fight at all this year. I really don't.
I think that if she has a good PR team, she needs to have them do a cleanup on this for the rest of the year.
Oh, definitely she needs to do a cleanup. So, main event, UFC 208, got Silva. Now, we saw the way he fought last time. He looked totally unprepared. He's fighting Derek Brunson, main event, or the co-main event, excuse me. Now, do you think, he has had a winless streak. Do you think that Silva could beat Brunson?
I don't know. That's he's going to have to fight, not screw around.
He does screw around quite a bit. Let's check the odds on this. Now, Brunson is minus 145 and Silva's plus 125. Do you think that it would be a good parlay to parlay Silva with the female fight that we were talking about earlier?
It wouldn't be bad. I don't think it wouldn't be bad. It didn't work out well.
So basically, yeah. But of course, we got to look at now, what I really like, and we've talked about this the past, 3 or 4 UFC pay-per-views. We really like the undercard fights more than a lot of the main events. Because you know what? Even Cody Garbrandt, Yeah, he won.
That was a good fight.
Did you really enjoy the fight?
I like that fight. Oh,
You really did.
I like the fact. I like the fact that what's his name lumbered around there like a lost giraffe. Cruz is. I was just like, and the fact that Garbrandt had a 0.9%, 0.9%.
0.9. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. And Garbrandt toyed with him the whole fight. I think Garbrandt could have knocked him out in the middle of the fight.
Grandpa 837.
What's up, Grandpa?
Welcome. Hey, the first time Garbrandt knocked him down, he could have went in for the kill.
And he didn't. He was bobbing, weaving his body. He was just playing with him. There was a point there where Garbrandt said, I can knock him out right now, but I'm going to have some fun.
Yeah, well, hey, some sad news. The former owner of the Detroit Tigers and Detroit Red Wings dies at 87 years old.
Wow.
So may his soul rest in peace, and our condolences go out to friends, family, and Wee Capo. Welcome to the show. So anyway, but you know what? He lived a fruitful life, I'm sure. 87 years old.
Two organizations.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
Nope.
But almost the end of the third quarter, you have the Warriors 93
smoking, and
the Grizzlies 72. That is
Lakers are on fire too.
Lakers 103-84. I like that. Now, granted, they still suck, but
the Nets are getting pummeled.
They got a W. Brooklyn scored the Heat. It's 108-99 over Brooklyn. I'm kind of shocked that the Heat probably put in their second string.
Wow.
So now the Knicks. I am totally shocked that the Nuggets allowed the Knicks to score 35 points in the fourth. Wow. I would have kept your starters in there, and I would have just killed the Knicks because you want to demoralize people, man.
Yeah.
Forget about all fair play. Screw that. You play to win, and you demoralize these people for the next time you play them.
Right. Smack on them.
Yeah, lay the smack down on them. So 7:30 tonight, we've got the Sacramento Queens. Padawan, welcome to the show. You got the Sacramento Queens playing the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta 31-22.
Mr. Cousins is back.
Now, let's scoring prediction on this, brother.
Scoring prediction. Final score will be 107 Kings, 103 Bucks. Or no, Hawks.
Now, the Hawks,
they're a good team.
They're pretty good. But you've got the scoring leaders for the Hawks is only 17.9.
Cousins, Lord.
Cousins is 27.9. So, but Cousins leads in points, rebounds, and assists. So, Lawrence, welcome to the show. So I say the Sacramento Queens 102, the Atlanta Hawks 115.
Wow.
Go.
Wake up.
All right. So,
all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Sports Insider on Orange Radio. We will be back next week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Peace out.